Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Please subscribe, guys. It really does help with the algorithm, and a thumbs up never hurts as well. Mr. Whale at Crypto Whale here on Twitter. Bitcoin just mysteriously flash crashed over 10% and was bought up in under a second. So this is something that we have to be paying attention to, guys. He is suggesting the corrupt exchanges are hunting leverage traders. This is yet another example of price manipulation happening in plain sight. As always, avoid using leverage. I don't know how many of you guys are leveraged traders. If you're comfortable, let me know down in the comments section. I get the appeal of leverage. However, it can be dangerous for this exact reason. Now, what he is noticing here, I'm going to throw Fibonacci on the Bitcoin trend. What he is noticing here yesterday, look at that flash crash right down there. You can see that tail, right, from the body of this candlestick right there. So let me just delete that. The body of that Bitcoin candlestick, short body, long tail, long wick, which means a price reversal, and maybe we can see it on the hourly a little better. It was this hour here. You can see 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 10th. That is when we saw that flash crash and then rebound back up. And Mr. Whale is, not letting the exchanges walk off easily. Hunting leverage traders, putting in automatic buy orders. Sometimes these guys are called stop hunters. Because some people might put stop losses when they're trading, especially if they are volume traders or day traders. And so, yeah, this is an unusual pattern here. However, it did rebound within the same hour. So this is Bitcoin on the hourly. We can see it did rebound within that same hour, even same half an hour. I have it now on the half-hour chart. Let's keep going back here. 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart. So what happened on the 5-minute, you guys can see over this period here. So 430, 435, we saw that dip and then rebounded right back up. So this all happened within a fairly short period of time, guys, and it's because this is war. The price of Bitcoin is continuing to go up, and so, to shake some leveraged traders out of the market, to get them shaking in their boots, I think was the tactic here. Mr. Whale, obviously a veteran trader, realizing this. The other thing I wanted to mention about the Bitcoin price is that despite what we saw down there, we are now up past the 0.702, aiming towards the 0.786. So, is it with conviction? This is still yet to be determined. Of course, yesterday we did see the price trend go down to the 0.618, but now, today, we are seeing it go up to the 0.786. And you guys can see, if I remove those lines from the chart, let me just remove that. You can see right down here, we basically hit the bottom. We basically hit the 0.618. And even today, we are touching the 0.786. So with conviction, I am still on the fence. I think we still do need to see higher price action. The good news, Bitcoin trading above 56,000. So 54,000 was that price target in order for us to get above the 0.702. It is looking like it is happening. So that is all positive news. This trend is ultimately moving upward, right? Forming an ascending triangular pattern here. So if I were to extend that, right, going up past there, we can say that this is the ascending triangular pattern. Higher lows, higher highs. Despite what happened here, despite this flash crash, we still ended up closing above this trend line. So positive news, guys. Positive outlook for Bitcoin. Another perspective here on Bitcoin that I wanted to share with you guys, brought to us by Martin Volk. He tagged me in this the other day, but I just happened to see it today. So thank you, Martin, for sending this along. A tweet out here from Timothy Pearson, China's historical impact on Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin price to the LPF, which is lowest price forward. So the lowest price of Bitcoin moving forward. I know it might be a little difficult to wrap your head around. And then the red dot here, so that was in blue. The red dot here is USD to CNY. And CNY, for those of you guys who do not know, is the Chinese yuan. So interesting to know what China's impact has been on Bitcoin. And you can see this trend over the last several years now in tandem. Timothy Peterson, an interesting guy to be following here on Twitter. He's created all kinds of charts here, giving us more information about how cryptocurrency correlates with certain things that we might not think about. Here's another one, a summary of the Bitcoin valuation metrics I track, along with the supporting research. So this is the Bitcoin projected price, and you guys can see the red dotted line, estimated adoption curve. Bitcoin spreads like a virus. This from March of 2019. from Timothy Peterson himself, from his own research, and the solid red line down here, lowest price forward. So like we were talking about in this last tweet, lowest price forward trend line, why Bitcoin's price is never looking back. And so this is all from research he has done in the past. And he does note some interesting historical moments in Bitcoin's past over Bitcoin's price appreciation history. You can see right up here, Mt. Gox price manipulation, and then enhanced value 2016 to present adjusted for liquidity and transaction effect. So he's pointing to points in this chart where we have seen certain factors coordinate with Bitcoin price action and Bitcoin behavior. Of course, this is all traders deciding to trade Bitcoin based on these factors. And so just another interesting perspective, because we do hear a lot about China. And so we do know China has an influence on Bitcoin price. Wanted to thank Martin Volk for bringing this to my attention, and of course, Timothy Peterson as well. So Bitcoin obviously isn't the only thing we are interested in looking at on this channel. XRP Crypto Wolf brought this article up with regards to XRP price. Now, something really positive happened for XRP, and they are saying in this article that we will likely see a higher price for XRP. They're saying the chances of it hitting $1.50 in this quarter is very good. I mean, I don't doubt that. What they're noticing here, though, is that XRP is painting a bullish crossover between the 20-day moving average and the 50-day exponential moving averages, or the EMAs. The so-called golden cross has appeared multiple times on XRP charts in history. Its latest occurrence was on August 10th, which followed up with an approximately 80% price rally later, with XRP topping out seasonally at $1.43 before pulling back to the downside. Now, what they're looking at here is this. If you guys can see, the 20 is the green line here, and the 50 is the purple line here. And right in here, I'm going to try to zoom in for you guys. Right in here, we can see it crossing. And so the last time we saw that, we did see an uptrend for XRP. They talk about August, and back in August, this is when we saw it there. Back in August, we did see this uptrend here. Of course, we know XRP did go to $1.43. And the time before that, I believe they mentioned that in here as well. Similarly, a close of XRP's 20-day EMA above the 50-day EMA on February 4th coincided with an approximately 400% price rally afterwards. In doing so, XRP reached a year-to-date high of $1.98, further attesting that the latest golden cross could prompt a similar bullish response from traders. So early February was the last time that, the time before the April crossing where we saw that, and that would be over here. You guys can see the green crossing the purple, and so at that point, that is when we saw that localized all-time high, that inter-year high for XRP, $1.96. And now, guys, we are seeing it again today in October. So that is positive news. Of course, we know alt season is before us. Robert also agrees with me. Good morning. An epic alt season is coming, and salt season for the bears. And so Sheldon the Sniper here posted this on Twitter. BTC is leading the way for markets. This is great. This is all part of the market cycle. However, is this going to be the last market cycle that we see of this kind? And I don't want that to sound like a negative thing. That could actually be a positive thing, and I'm going to explain why in a bit. So for those of you guys who may be new to this, or maybe wanting a little bit more detail of how these alt seasons work, this is a great description to kind of visualize where money is flowing. Alt season is a function of the market due to new participants flooding into crypto. This is usually triggered by the Bitcoin mining supply halving every 4 years, which causes a surge in price. This happened obviously back in May of 2020, or a sudden loss in faith in centralized fiat currencies. So there is a big thing brewing right now, because we did have the halving back in May, but we also have a worldwide global financial crisis, I think I can safely call it, that is really dictating where these prices are going. I think to a degree. The duration of the phases are parabolic in nature, meaning phase 1 takes the longest and phase 4 goes the fastest. Phases overlap and can temporarily reverse before continuing, but we always end up at the mania of alt season. So guys, this culminates to an altcoin season always. It's likely there are multiple alt seasons per crypto bull cycle of varying degrees, the biggest one after the end of the Bitcoin bull run, when the largest number of participants enter the market. So we have yet to see the biggest alt season. So of course, it starts with Bitcoin. Money flows into Bitcoin, as we all know. Money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming. We know these are the top two cryptocurrencies, so it just makes sense. In phase 2, money will flow from Bitcoin into Ethereum, or at least this is what this theory suspects. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening. Here's the Ethereum USD chart, and in a previous video I was talking about this manic move up for Ethereum, how it outperformed a lot of the other altcoins. Well, this is an example of this. If I bring up Ethereum BTC, you can see Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, and in and around that same time, look at how well Ethereum performed compared to Bitcoin. So this is exactly the type of example that this is outlining here. Ethereum tends to outperform. So this is a bit of a more complicated idea of alt season. It really does get into the details of money flows and how the psychology of traders will think, okay, Bitcoin, then Ethereum. And then where does the money flow? Well, the money flows into large caps. So there are some overlap phases like this. Money is flowing into large caps where we see large buy-ups happening. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin and large caps are going parabolic. From there, though, that is the big one. Regardless of market cap, some altcoins with strong fundamentals will also have pumps. And so from the large cap coins, guys, we will see phase 4. Large caps have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow off tops. Mid caps, low caps, micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. I remember that feeling specifically at the end around Christmas time of December 2017, and even into the first week of January 2018. That is when XRP hit its all-time high, and I remember that feeling. It was like April, like this past April. Remember when all those meme coins were coming out and people were posting stuff on TikTok, and there were even celebrities posting videos on TikTok, and Elon Musk was in the news and tweeting out, remember that feeling? Well, alt season is going to feel like that, and then some. So an interesting perspective. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested in analyzing this further. And you can pinpoint this, right? Looking back on the charts, you will see Bitcoin move, the Ethereum move, large cap move. Finally, though, and most exciting in my opinion, can't wait for that phase 4 for alt season to really move. Real quick, guys, I wanted to mention this before I continue moving on to why we really could see the cycle continue and perhaps see something similar to what the stock market was doing after the 2008 crash, really kind of going bullish for the next 10 years. Something that has never happened in cryptocurrency in the past, but we are set up for that right now. I'm going to talk about that. But before I get to that, guys, I just wanted to mention this. Michael at Val5Links brought this to my attention, and this is Texas. Texas should use Bitcoin mining to capture wasted natural gas. This coming from Senator Ted Cruz. So United States Senator Ted Cruz believes that his country should be using natural gas to mine Bitcoin instead of flaring it. Speaking during Friday's blockchain summit in Texas, Senator Cruz asserted that Bitcoin mining can be used to monetize energy created through oil and gas extraction rather than burning it, arguing that there is enormous opportunity for Bitcoin to capture that gas instead of wasting it. Very, very forward thinking. I mean, I got to say, this is in line with the president of El Salvador saying we want to use the energy from the volcanoes to create Bitcoin, or rather to mine Bitcoin. And now I believe it's even, Colombia, saying they want to, or at least they're discussing the idea of using the energy from waterfalls to mine Bitcoin. So according to a transcript from the talk, Cruz noted that half of all natural gas flared in the country is currently being burnt. In West Texas, it's being wasted because there is no transmission equipment to get the natural gas where it could be used the way natural gas would ordinarily be employed, he added. Use that power to mine Bitcoin. Part of the beauty of that is the instant you're doing it, you're helping the environment enormously because rather than flaring the natural gas, you're putting it to productive use. So Ted Cruz here with some forward-thinking ideas of what Texas should be doing. And I mean, I am not in disagreement. If there is a way to mine Bitcoin where you're already using resources that exist and already going to be, in this case, burning natural gas, why not utilize that energy and create some wealth from it? This all makes sense to me, and it's all kind of speaking to the main point here that I want to make. The fact that cryptocurrency is no longer a fleeting fad, guys. We are seeing now politicians around the world discussing ways to mine Bitcoin. 2 years ago, we had never thought that we would be hearing this. Fast forward, now we are hearing these types of news stories daily. Of course, there is also the SEC Ripple lawsuit, and I think some people are realizing that this is bigger than just Ripple and XRP. Crypto Eddie here posting this. People are finally getting what this case is about, and it's much bigger than XRP and Ripple. John Deaton was recently interviewed by Tony Edward from Thinking Crypto. And John Deaton obviously putting together that class action lawsuit for XRP hodlers. And his list has been growing every single day. I just wanted to play you guys this clip of what John Deaton told Tony about the types of people that are actually signing up for this class action lawsuit. Listen to this.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the number of signatures, is it over 35,000, 36,000? The number keeps growing every day.
Yeah, it's earlier today I checked on it. It was like 38,600 some people have signed up. What's interesting now about this, and I didn't see this coming, but it makes perfect sense, is I'm obviously 99% are XRP holders,
right.
But I'm seeing some people out of those 38,000. There's a few hundred now that are like, hey, I don't own XRP. And to be honest with you, they write it in the comments section, which you don't have to, but some people do. They're like, matter of fact, I can't stand Ripple, and I never owned XRP, and I never will, but I'm offended by what the SEC is doing, and I want to be part of this. And so that's extraordinary because it's people are finally getting what this case is about, and it's much bigger than XRP and Ripple.
So isn't that interesting? People are signing up for the XRP lawsuit. People who do not hold XRP, do not like Ripple as a company, say they will never hold XRP, don't believe in what the company is doing, but they are so fundamentally pro-cryptocurrency and they realize they can see beyond the Bitcoin maxi ideology, that they realize this is an important case and we should be paying attention, and I want to support this cause just fundamentally for the entire cryptocurrency space and for what that means in the United States. So I thought that was telling, a nugget here from John Deaton, letting us know the kinds of people that are signing up for this lawsuit. And of course, in the first few months, I'm sure it was all XRP hodlers. But as more information is coming out, we are slowly realizing this is bigger than just Ripple and XRP. Crypto is growing. I mean, it is no secret. The Soros Fund just recently bought a large position in cryptocurrency. I talked about it in a video I did the other day. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys have not seen that. They're not the only ones. The Rockefellers, major banks in the United States and worldwide, all getting into cryptocurrency-related products for their clients. And I mean, these guys have the inside scoop. These guys are in the know. Some of the big institutional investors especially, they likely know what is going to happen to our current financial system. They also likely know that the stock market is going to crash very, very soon. So if they know this, why are they investing in cryptocurrencies? They likely see cryptocurrencies as a hedge against the traditional financial system. I think I have to go with that. I mean, I kind of have to go with that theory at this point in time. I know we talk about how, the traditional market is correlated to crypto, but I think at the end of the day, what is going to survive once the dust has cleared is cryptocurrencies, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. I also saw this guy's from XRP Crypto Wolf. This is from the CEO of Pantera Capital. He says that brutal Bitcoin bear markets where BTC plummets over 80% are now going to be a thing of the past. And I know I've talked about this. This is not the only guy who has thought this. And the reason being is as such. Well, let me just first read you guys this. In a new edition of the Blockchain Letter, Dan Moorehead, who is the CEO of Pantera Capital, says that Bitcoin has entered the post-halving era and no longer follows the extreme volatility of previous market cycles. Here are some quotes from him. I believe we are done with the 4-year halving cycle and on to the next price era. We've updated charts we've used since 2014 showing the major bull runs and bear markets. My sense is that we finished the halving cycle in April. We had a period of temporary insanity where the Chinese mining bans were thought to be negative and a few people had blockchain ESG upside down, and now we're in a new bull market. So what he is suggesting, and let me just bring up Bitcoin here on the chart, was that this was one bull run, okay? Where was it? From here to here, so from January to April, or rather, really the bull run started here, okay? And then we saw this go down, which was over 50% correction Okay, 56% correction. And now what he's saying is that this is the beginning of another bull run. What will that mean? And what he is suggesting is that cryptocurrency is going to continue marching up and up and up. And maybe we will continue to see this happen, right? Where we just continue going up and up and up, similar to what we saw for the S&P 500. Okay, and we're going to see corrections along the way. And, whether those corrections are 50, 60%, I mean, I'm just kind of guesstimating here. But, a 50% correction is significant in traditional markets. In crypto, we've kind of gotten used to them. Just to put things into perspective here, guys, I have the S&P 500 here on the weekly. And I want to look at these two crashes, okay? The first one here, the dot-com bubble of the late 90s, early 2000s. And the second one here, topping out over here in 2007, was the financial crisis of 2007, 2008. Now, these were mega crashes, basically resetting the economy. And as you guys can see, from 2009 onward, we have seen nothing but bullish momentum to the upside. There was a crash here. Obviously, that was for the beer flu pandemic. But what I'm focused on are these two right here. Now, just to put things into perspective here, can you guess the percentage of these crashes? The first one, dot-com bubble. This was huge back in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was only 50%. Let's take a look at the mortgage crisis here in 2008. That was 57%. So, to Dan Moorehead's point here, could we see something similar now with Bitcoin and, by extension, the rest of the cryptocurrency market? And why would we be seeing something similar? So he goes on to say, I've long advocated that as the markets become broader, more valuable, and more institutional, the amplitude of prices swing will moderate. So he gives us some statistics here of bull markets and bear markets. According to Moorehead, the new price era will usher in bear markets that are milder than we saw in 2014 and 2018. He goes on to say, well, we've had two down 83% bear markets already. I believe those are a thing of our primordial past. Future bear markets will be shallower. The previous two have been 61 and 54%. So that is if you are of the opinion that this was indeed a bear market. After we saw that Bitcoin high in April, we did see that 56% correction. And now, guys, a move to the upside. Again, another reason why you might not want to sell all your cryptocurrency. The reasons he gives here also, more institutional involvement in crypto. And I feel like I've been hitting this price home. Sometimes I feel like maybe not enough. Sometimes I feel like too much. But if you think about it, the world is changing. Maybe we will see Bitcoin march to the upside indefinitely. Maybe there will be a point in 10, 20, 30 years where we do see an extreme correction again for Bitcoin. But as per Dan Moorehead, it doesn't look like that is in the cards. And let's not forget, guys, with Bitcoin marching forward, that means altcoins will likely follow. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.